días, CLATT. It is another beautiful Cuban morning here in the town of Viñales. Today, like I said, we are hiking in the mountains of Viñales. We're off to go find some beautiful lakes and mountains and stuff. But we're stopping first for breakfast. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You guys ready for breakfast? Let's do it. Alright, we're starting the morning off right with a nice little Cuban coffee. And I taught my boy Eric. He got a cortado as well.
I got a cortado as well.
Are you excited for it?
I am very excited about it.
And he's going with a regular old
espresso.
Alrighty, successful little breakfast. And now it's time to go hiking. So with nothing but this map and some knowledge and asking people on the street, we're gonna try and attempt to find this cave that none of us can seem to get any directions to, nor can we find on the map. But we're just in the entrance to the city of Viñales, so we're getting ready to exit out into the wild and head off on this epic adventure. All right, so we've stopped to ask some people on the street here. All right, guys, we got some stuff to talk about. We've been trying to get some information about getting to this cave in the mountain, and slowly it's becoming a very eye-opening experience. I mean, since we've arrived in Cuba, this has been in the back of our heads, like kind of becoming more apparent the more and more things we do and the more people we meet. It's becoming a breakdown of like a network of people here that are all afraid of doing stuff, and they all have to like call up to a higher person. You know, so it's not as simple as, let's say, just taking a taxi driver and then the taxi driver makes his buck. And it's not about getting a place to sleep for the night and then the person who we're staying at is just making their money. There's always somebody else that they're calling up to, and somebody's always working for another person. When we were trying to get directions to get to this cave, nobody would be able to help us because everybody wanted to be our tour guide. And then the people that weren't gonna be our tour guide were afraid to tell us how to get to the directions to that cave because they were afraid of somebody else that they're working for or working with would find out that we're getting directions without taking a tour guide. The system is really messed up, and it comes up from the highest branches of government to the lowest branches of the people, just everyday people being brought to having to behave like this. One thing that became very apparent to me the other day is Cuba is not a paradise. It's a place with a lot of hardships and a lot of things you need your eyes to be open to when you come here and realize. Anyhow, with that said, we're gonna try to enjoy the rest of our day and then hike to this place and try to find it on our own, hopefully without any mess ups. We're gonna assume that there might be a cave somewhere in there that we might be able to find. What's the name of the cave?
Cueva del Indio.
So it's like secret something?
Silence, so the cave of silence.
Cave of silence. The cowboy guy said, right? The horse, you get it right, but find another one.
Get to the lake, past the lake, and then there's
and here we are. And so we found a big lake that we were supposed to turn by something. And well, here it is. And here we're going. It's hot. This is it. This next clip could be heat stroke. I'm just not sure. Oh, we're going for that one. Then we're gonna have it. I've been here for one day. I'm gonna have one. Come on down to Cuba. Oh, look at it. Well, Josh just said there's a little. There's that guy. And those two people have not been to school today. Word from the group that this is what we're going towards, and we're clearly going towards it. So Eric does this thing in his videos where he snaps and then something happens. He's gonna snap and then we're gonna keep moving a little forward. So here, snap.
Snap right now.
There we are. Did you guys see what Eric just did? He has this magical power that makes you move.
I call it a snap-a-doodle-doo-ya.
Well, you go watch his channel if you want to see some more sweet snaps. All right, this is what the entrance to Cueva del Indio looks like, the Cave of Silence. On a serious note, we're entering right now. Did you see that clip? You gotta watch out for stuff like that here because people will try to sell you on a tour, and we don't want to be on a tour. But they're like, you gotta be on a tour to be in here, which you don't actually have to. Wow, this is pretty cool. Look at this thing. Here's a little pro tip for you when you travel, just in case you come into a cave or a dark guys, check it out. This is like, I think this is the first time I've ever been in like just a cave like this. Can I be your tour guide, guys?
Okay, so we got our tour guide.
Bienvenidos a la tour. Today, I'm gonna be taking you guys on a tour of this beautiful cave called the Cave of Secrets. Shh.
It's called Silence.
Cave of Silence. So, escúchame. They're made of pure scorazmite. Now, scarazmite, you might ask, what is scarazmite? Look at these. Scarazmite was made in the year 12,000 BC. This is all artificial material.
Wow.
None of this is made by the planet. It's really beautiful. If you look all the way up, you got your brown scarazmite.
Oh, yeah.
You got your gray scarazmite.
Yeah.
And doggy.
Eric, can I ask you, what do you think about this cave?
It's lots of stalagmites.
Okay.
Cangrejo.
All right, so a little disappointing experience at the cave. There's some people who stand outside there and are like tour guides, but it's not official or anything, so like they're not actually tour guides. But when we walked in there, basically because we didn't want to pay for the tour that you don't need a guide for, we got kind of kicked out of the cave in a way. Like, it's not like they took us out, but we had to leave because it was just kind of getting heated. It's a little disappointing, but we're not gonna let it ruin our day. We're gonna go try to find something else in the area.
So what happened was,
I'm pretty positive Karina got a heat stroke here as well.
and there it is.
I don't know what's happening. We may be suffering from heat stroke. Anyhow, we are heading off right now to try to find another cave that you can go in through boat. We know we're going to pay for this one, so we don't know what to expect. Honestly, at this point, it's just all a free ball. So we're gonna try to just go with the day. Let's see what happens. It's Cuba, right? Oh man, what a ride, we're here. We've made it to the cave. That was quite the experience riding on this little bus. It's always fun riding. Yeah, it was always fun riding on the little buses more than taking taxis everywhere, because they're so much cheaper too. All right, so we've made it to Cueva del Indio, which is like the next cave we've come to visit. And there's basically a whole little native tribal thing set up here, like a show. And then we enter the cave via boat, which should be pretty cool. So we're gonna check this thing out and see what it's like. All right, this is cave number 2 for the day. I don't think I've ever been in 2 caves in one day. This is a cave high score. What do you think?
I think it's pretty cool.
Okay, we've made it to the water. Look at the water in there. It's like a little under cave river. Here comes one boat. But the problem is there's 30,000 people in this cave at the moment. How are we gonna fit everybody in this one little dinghy? Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, Jose.
Bien. How's it going? Guys, we straight up got the best seats in the house.
Best seats in the house.
Really freaking cool.
Very short, but
We just exited the cave. It was a short tour. But look at that, that's where we just came out of. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for something like this. And this was well worth $5. Look at these amazing hats this guy's making.
Art.
That's serious talent. That's really cool. Look at that. It'll be really interesting to see how this place transforms in a few months when, you know, political relations and stuff like that end. Also, one of the things that boggles my mind is that I literally live like a 45-minute flight away from here. It's so close to home, and I just never get to experience this because, you know, the political situation it's been under. All right, so the exit to that cave park thing brought us into this beautiful little valley, and now we are going to try to catch a bus to head back to the main town of Vinales. It's a bus. That's a good look for you. The hair swooped to the side. Well, guys, it's coming. This adventure is coming to a close with these wonderful human beings. Get in here. Group hug.
Naked hug.
Love you guys. Where are you guys heading off to tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're going back to Havana and we're staying the night, and then we're going back to Cancun area.
Well, you guys make sure that you go follow their adventures.
Make sure to follow Tull's adventures.
Because these are two wonderful, lovely human beings, and I love them very much.
Be sure to let us know you came from Toll's channel.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us you're giving us the CLATT.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
You better leave that as a. This is gonna be our last day here in Viñales. We're heading off tomorrow to a place called Veradero, which is supposed to be a beautiful beach. So we're gonna wake up bright and early tomorrow morning, around I think like 8:30, and catch a bus. So see you guys tomorrow morning. I love you a long, long time. Don't forget this. If you're new here, make sure you turn on the little notification button when you subscribe. And so that way you get a notification when you come to my channel. And I don't have a Patreon if you want to check out a reward to my channel. All right, I love you a long time. Goodbye. Good night.